Do you love it when wrestlers turn dance moves into wrestling moves? Do you love Piper's Pit? Well, I'm sure you love this next Raw review. Get ready, because you're watching FWO. I'm Chris Helix, and you are watching Future Wrestling Observer. Get ready, because Raw has some big plans for 2014, starting off with this January 6th edition of Raw, entitled Raw Old School. So Raw Old School could have been considered, I guess you could say, a little bit of a family reunion for the Rock's family. Can't remember for the life of me what they call that wrestling family. Maybe comment below and tell me. Probably wouldn't be able to pronounce it anyway because I know it's something Samoan in the Samoan language. But the reason I talk about that is because WWE decided to have the Usos with Rey Mysterio team up against the Wyatt family, with Daniel Bryan making his debut in the Wyatt family. And with a little bit of I guess you could say a bad thing going on in the Wyatt family. Daniel Bryan and I think it was Harper ended up not seeing eye to eye on a tag, and that ended up leading to one of the Usos rolling up. Man, I can't remember who it was, but the Usos got a roll up for the win, and this match was 1.5 stars. And then we followed that up with Big E Langston and Curtis Axel, and Big E Langston ends up winning this one to prove once again that Ryback and Curtis Axel are stupid and shouldn't be in wrestling business, because Big E is just going to keep beating them. And if they ever make Big E Langston drop the title to the Intercontinental title to Curtis Axel or Ryback, it would be stupid. So Ryback, get the hell out of the WWE. And like I said, Big E Langston wins this match, and it was a 2-star match. So this next match is kind of, I guess you could say, a developing rivalry against Sin Cara and Del Rio. And Sin Cara has, thus far, he's been the man on top of this rivalry for the best Mexican in WWE, and he's not 2-0 anymore. Now he's 2-1 because Del Rio wins, even with Cole. I think it was Michael Cole was talking smack and saying that Sin Cara had Del Rio's number, and I pretty much figured after Michael Cole said that, because he's an idiot, that it would mean that Sin Cara lost. But that was a 1.5 star match. Then we followed it up with, thank God, a better match. We had the Real Americans versus the Rhodes brothers, aka Goldust and Cody Rhodes. Loving the new shirts they have with Cody Rhodes' logo and Goldust's face paint is what it looked like on the shirt. But Goldust ends up getting the pin on Swagger in this 2.5 star match. So of course, since it's Raw Old School, they've got to mix the old school with the new school, and they had a Raw Active match, but it wasn't deciding, what type of match it was or who's versus who. It was who was going to be the special guest referee, and these East Coast fans again made a bad decision. I say East Coast fans because the West Coast fans don't really get a vote, because we don't know about Raw Active matches until, well, after it's already happened, because it airs at 8 o'clock here on the West Coast, and that'd be 5 o'clock our time on the East Coast or whatever. But anyway, enough of that. It was Sergeant Slaughter was the special guest referee for the Great Khali versus Sandow, and Sergeant Slaughter was a dumbass and didn't see that, I believe it was Damien Sandow's hand was on the rope, and he flubbed the call, and nobody was really happy about it. And frankly, I'm really getting tired of this stupid rivalry between the Great Khali and Sandow, even though it's only been 2 matches so far. I think they've ruined the Khali character. Maybe Damien Sandow's character can be saved, but not the Great Khali. They made him into a dancing giant blubbering idiot. But yes, Khali wins in this match, is 1 star. And then we have to follow it up with the Bella Twins versus Alicia Fox and Oksana. Oksana, who thinks she's all pretty and shit, and comes out to 70s porn music, and nobody really thinks she's hot. If they do, they should be shot dead. And I'm really not liking this rivalry. I think it's dumb, and I really don't want to see Alicia Fox and Oksana in WWE. The Bella Twins are really good wrestlers. Alicia Fox and Oksana can go suck dicks on the side of the road for money, because that's about all they're worth. And it was a 1.5 star match, and I believe it was Oksana ended up pinning Brie Bella for the win. So this next match I found kind of funny, because I was just talking about Scotty 2 Hotty the other day and wondering where the hell he was. And I guess I know now. Well, we've seen Too Cool, Scotty 2 Hotty, Grandmaster Sexy, and Rikishi take on 3MB. 3MB talked a whole bunch of trash before the match. Well, we know how that goes with 3MB saying they're the new and improved 3MB, even though they're the same guys, same clothing, same worn out long haired stupid gimmick, and still named after fucking hardware products. 3MB's a company I'm surprised they haven't sued yet. Oh my god, 3-man band. Anyway, Too Cool ends up winning in this 2-star match. Love to see Scotty 2 Hotty and maybe even Grandmaster Sexy back in WWE. Be awesome. WWE, make it happen. So, Rowdy Piper has to talk up the main event guy for Old School, aka CM Punk, by saying that he's the only man that can one-up Rowdy Piper on the mic. And I kind of have to agree with CM Punk's pipe bombs, because CM Punk's kind of the Rowdy Piper of our day, and this next match is CM Punk versus Roman Reigns to see once and for all who the best member of the Shield is. And this went any way anybody would expect that's seen any wrestling leaks of storylines, and it went with Roman Reigns winning in a 2.5 star match. And like I said, everybody knew this was going to happen. If you didn't, you're kind of dumb. I mean, because there's been talk for months that Roman Reigns is going to be the one to lead the Shield, and they might get a new member, or they might not, and they'll just split up. But I knew it was going to happen. It was a matter of time, and I figured they were going to do it with this whole CM Punk seeing who the better member of the Shield is. Because now CM Punk can do what Piper used to do and split up groups by saying, well, you know, you're the better guy, or you're the better guy, or you should be bigger than you are. But like I said, 2.5 star match. The main event goes off great, and Roman Reigns wins the main event. And he is now the better member of the Shield. So before I give my overall rating of Raw Old School, I have to say Michael Cole, he made me laugh on Raw Old School, and that was because it was a moment, I believe all the people of Raw Old School were out and standing, and they were introducing all of them. Besides Jake the Snake, he came out after all that during the main event and dumped the snake on Dean Ambrose, the United States Champion. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Michael Cole turns to JBL, and JBL was making fun of all the guys, saying they're trying, you know, after Bad News Barrett said some shit, JBL started making fun of all the old school guys, or the retirees, and Michael Cole turns to him and says, well, someday soon you'll be them, or something like that, and it just stops JBL in his tracks, and he just has this look like, dude, that wasn't in the script. You're going to get in trouble. Oh my god, I'm pissed off. But anyway, Raw Old School gets 2 stars from me. I'm Chris Helix, and I will see you next time on Future Wrestling Observer.